happening, everybody? Welcome to my Thursday Q&A. If you don't know how this works, read the description below. Let's get started on this. Chizzy D says, would you ever consider painting the outside of your van to make it look more creative? And I have thought about that. I thought about putting like a Sharpie on the side of it and telling people, hey, if you want to paint or draw whatever on my van, go ahead. But that would take away from the stealth tremendously. It would stick out like a sore thumb, so I decided against it. Lindy Ember and Jimmy Onyx, and I think one other person might have asked as well, which I couldn't find, was your t-shirt written backwards or mirrored, or is the video flipped, except it seems like the van is right? Blowing my mind, dude, LOL. The text that was written on that t-shirt is backwards so that you can read it when you're in the mirror. I have no idea why they did that, but it is cool, and it makes people think, so that's a good thing. Robert Phillips says, have you looked into wild edibles anymore? No, I have not. There's going to be a period of my life where I'm devoting a significant amount of time to learning how to live off the grid in different environments, just with whatever's available in nature. But that time is not right now. Right now I'm still learning how to do the YouTube thing, and I'm still learning how to do the van thing. But I will eventually learn a lot about that. Lauren Kuntz says, I was thinking about living in a van in the future, and I'm having problems with motion sickness, and I wanted to know if you experienced that problem as well while on the road, and if so, how do you deal with it? Thanks. I actually have never experienced that, so I have nothing I can tell you. I'm sorry. But I do have a lot of people who watch these videos, so hopefully someone who does have experience with that will comment in the comment section below. So definitely check back in a couple days and read through the comments, maybe again in a week or so, once everybody's had a chance to view this video, and hopefully someone can provide you with some kind of insights. I've got a large community of van dwellers here, and there's got to be somebody who knows. So I wish you luck with finding a good solution to that. Minatosis sepite, some Latin word. What does that mean? Can you let me know? When you were traveling, how much were your expenses each month? Now, I know that mine won't be the same, but I just want to get an idea so that I can start planning out how I'm going to create this dream. Yeah, it really depends on so much, but since you asked mine, my base for like bills and food and some gas is like probably 400-ish. I can do it on 400, but if I go up to like 600 or 700, then I have a lot more money for gas and I can travel a lot more. If I go up another 100, I can start eating out maybe once a week at like a cheap restaurant, nothing real fancy. But it seems like the $1,000 mark is right about perfect, because that means that you can eat out a few times a week, you can explore cultures by trying their food, you can get into entertainment things, you can get into parks and just different cool things in different areas and really explore the area. And you have money for gas, so you can keep moving all the time. As well as campgrounds if you want to do that a couple times. I definitely don't like doing that, but it seems like the $1,000 a month mark is kind of the perfect amount. I've got a couple videos that I've made that I think would really help you, so I'll link those in the description. And make sure you check out the comment section, because as I was saying before, there's a wealth of knowledge that comes from my viewers in my comment sections. There have been so many amazing ideas that have helped me, and I know they've helped a ton of other people as well. I've got an awesome viewer base, so definitely check out the comments in those as well. iBlack, I'm assuming I'm saying that right, iBlack, or Liblak, says, you've alluded to some tough times with your family members in a couple videos now. So many times family problems are the result of less than stellar communications. Did or do your folks watch your videos this past year? Has that possibly opened the door to them better understanding you and thus helping you reconcile? Would be nice if that was a side effect of what you were doing and the sharing. Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I know my mom especially watches some of my videos. I think the biggest thing is, you know, I had some really hard times when I was a kid. Some of it was very traumatic and very hard for me. And I think the big shift between our relationship, what really changed, is me changing the way that I look at my parents. Instead of seeing them as someone who did this to me, seeing them as somebody who gave me the lessons that prepared me to be the kind of person I am today. And I'm proud of the person I am today. So I see them as a gift now instead of somebody who hurt me. So that's really what changed things, is me forgiving them and changing the way I look at them. A lot of our problems had to do with me. That's not to say I'm to blame for all of our problems or whatever, but that was a big shift. And me being able to see everything they do as a lesson and a situation that I can learn from if I choose to see it that way and choose to look inside of myself and figure out how I can grow from it. No matter how unfair or whatever, life is unfair. You know, you either grow with it or you become a victim and your soul dies. So yeah. Bedu Travel Life says, hey, I wanted to know how long you think you'll be keeping up the van life, and would you raise children in the van life when your girlfriend comes? Keep up the good videos and inspiration. Oh, thank you. There's this whole like idea that you have to plan out this entire life for yourself and figure out exactly what you're going to do for the rest of your life, and that may work great for some people or even a lot of people, but I'm not the kind of person that works for. I do one thing at a time. Right now, the van thing is working great for me. The YouTube thing is working great for me. I love it. I've got an amazing girlfriend, and she's on the way. She's going to be sharing the experience with me, and we're going to be building passive income together and building a life together. And whatever happens after that, happens after that. I can tell you that this like month and a half or however long I've been in this house, I've been slowly dying inside, and I cannot wait to get back on the road. So being able to travel, being free and not feeling like I'm tied down and stuck is definitely a huge thing for me. So I don't see myself settling down anytime soon. I hope that helps. Cordelia Aberdeen, wow, that's actually a really cool name, and Wes Peary and Original Doodle says, what's the story behind the Lowe's penis? Okay, in the last couple build videos, except for the very last one, the few before that, in one of them, the one where I started it, I said Lowe's and then I said penis after it just to see if anybody caught it. The build videos can be kind of slow and monotonous and kind of boring, and I thought that one, it would be really fun to see if I could do it with a straight face, and two, I thought it would be cool to see if anybody noticed, and I thought it would be a cool like little inside joke between me and my viewers, and it ended up totally being that, and some people thought it was hilarious, so I kept doing it, and then I left it out last time, and somebody said, hey, where's the penis? So I think I'm going to have to keep doing it. It's kind of the new love yourself and the new woo. How to for you says, do you carry a survival bag or a bug out bag just in case you have to leave your van behind for whatever reason while traveling? I do not. I like to live life on the edge. Mark Peacock says, is the income from YouTube really enough to support your lifestyle? Do you intend to get a real job at any point? I know you mentioned the seasonal thing with the haunted house, but it doesn't seem like enough to meet ends meet. I am at the point now where I'm going to be able to do it. I don't have to do this this seasonal job. I'm not going to be able to travel as much as I want to right now, but this period in my the level that I'm at, the entrepreneurial thing, at the beginning you make like nothing and you work your freaking ass off. And YouTube's really hard because not only are you working your ass off and you're making like nothing, but I mean, I get a ton of amazing comments, but I do get a small portion of people who are just like, just trying to drag me down, and they actually build me up and they don't realize it. So I'm grateful for that. But anyway, right now I'm not making much money, but 5 years from now, I'll be making way more than I would if I was working a real job. And I'll be doing something I'm passionate about. I get messages all the time from people saying, hey man, whatever you said or did in this video totally inspired me to make a positive change in my life, or you really helped me with something, or something like that. And that's really meaningful. That means a lot to me, you know, that feels really good, and I feel like I'm rich. I don't have a ton of money, but I have meaning, I have purpose, I have passion, and that means way more to me than working some dead-end job that I don't enjoy, where I'm just making somebody else rich when I could be working for myself and working my ass off for a while, investing all this time and energy to eventually be employing other people and hopefully be employing them in a meaningful way that gives their life passion and purpose and some kind of fulfillment, you know? So that's my answer to that. Tim Expedite says, what's your reason for not showing the channels you're subscribed to? I noticed a lot of bigger channels don't advertise the channels they follow. Why? I do it because, unfortunately, I don't know if it's a lot of people or just some people, but I've actually lost viewers because I posted something about Bernie Sanders on my Facebook page. I didn't even say that I support him. I just said, what do you guys think of this? I posted a Bernie Sanders speech. And he's like, oh, you support Bernie Sanders. I'm not going to watch your videos anymore. So I've got channels I'm subscribed to that are of certain philosophical views, are of certain... It's not even I necessarily believe in that. I'm just interested in it. Different religious views, different political views, and I don't want to lose viewers because people are like, oh, this guy must believe in something I don't believe, so I can't have anything to do with him. I'm not going to watch his videos anymore. So I'm avoiding that. That's the reality of it. And your second question is, which Nikon DSLR do you have? The link is in the description. It's a D3300. I've got a Takina 11-16 2.8 lens. Amy Sparks. Hey, what's up, Amy? Says, wondering if you ever visit Portland, Oregon again. I'm actually here right now. And if you would visit Choir, I don't know, I have to think about that, because the thing is that, like, I'm assuming, like, all the people who I was there with are gone, like, except for maybe you, so it might be kind of weird to, like, be, oh, hey, this class is totally different than I thought, but maybe it's not. You'll have to fill me in on that. Mission RV, just curious, who is your favorite guest on the Joe Rogan podcast? I think there's something to learn from all of them. Drivin' and Vibin', that's dope, I dig that. Says, hey, we're full-time travelers in a 16-foot vintage camper. We customized the entire rig and really enjoy watching your rebuild. Thank you. Yours sounds really cool as well. What advice do you give to new travel vloggers building a YouTube channel? We almost have 1,000 subs and need some tips and encouragement. Be on a sugar rush when you make videos, because I'm totally kicking ass right now. Be real. Be passionate. Tell a story, both visually and with your mouth, and have good audio. Audio is more important than video. And the last thing, I made notes. Let's see. Oh, keep making videos. Just keep making them. Volume, consistency is huge. If you just make a video once a month, nobody's going to subscribe to you. You got to make them like all the time for a long time. People will eventually catch on. You'll eventually find the people who are totally into what you're doing. And the people who are not will slowly taper off. Or maybe you'll collect a bunch of haters, but they end up helping your channel in the long run, so let them... Oh, don't take anything personal. Anything, good or bad. I mean, it's great when you get, like, huge compliments. You say, oh, good, somebody, like, actually appreciates what I'm doing. But don't let... I see people let that get to their head and become, like, egomaniacs. When you get, like, constant praise from all these people, like, all the time, it can be really easy for it to get to your head. So stay humble with that. But when people give you negative comments, it has everything to do with them and absolutely nothing to do with you. They're the ones that have to sleep with that, so let them. That was a quote from Casey Neistat. Sean P. says, do you read Thich Nhat Hanh? I've never been able to pronounce his name right. If not, check him out. Very pragmatic take on Buddhism. I have not, like, read his books, but I've listened to his speeches and read a lot of his quotes. He makes a lot of sense. Joseph Marshall says, hey, bro, I live in South Florida, and I'm playing with the sugar, I'm still thinking about sugar. And I'm playing with the idea of taking a 2-week vacation from work and just exploring up to and around Colorado area off-grid camping. Do you have any ideas or suggestions or route or locations or even something close I should be considering to check out on the way there instead of Colorado? Thanks, bro. Love watching your videos. Thanks, man. If you haven't been to New Orleans yet, you have to. You have to go. This might not be the right time of year, but if you're from South Florida, you can handle the heat. Other than that, I wouldn't have like a huge like route mapped out. I would just see stuff on the way and figure it out. There's cool stuff everywhere, man. And yeah, I don't know. Some people really like super rigid structure. I'm not one of them, so that might not be the best advice for you. But I don't really have any specific places I could think of. Yeah, there's cool stuff everywhere. Peter in your Burnaby. Huh. Are you ever planning to travel to Alaska? Absolutely. I've got friends up there I have to visit, and that landscape looks absolutely beautiful. I have to go there. Mr. Camera Dude, why does the van in your channel logo have a 13 in it? Because my channel is Into the Mystery 13. 13 is kind of like this like number that's supposed to be like unlucky or dark or whatever. But I'm all about like going like straight into your darkness and figuring it out and loving it and accepting it and turning it into something positive. So that's part of the 13 thing. The other part of the 13 is that I left my original journey on Friday the 13th, which is supposed to be the super unlucky day, and I started the biggest adventure of my entire life at that point. So I thought it was a cool thing to add in. Plus, Into the Mystery was already taken, and I was already settled on that. So I added the 13. I kind of wish I didn't have it, because it sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like something a 13-year-old would, like their Hotmail address or something. John Farraguer, sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. When will the bed get the thrust test? When my girlfriend gets here, we'll get a proper one. Stringbender57 says, without getting too technical, can you mention what exactly you had to do to correct the van's engine problems? Really enjoying your vids. Thanks. Thank you. Everything. Everything bolts on, pretty much. Like, seriously. It was severely neglected when I got it. The people who had it before did not take care of it. Cody Boerty, have you ever explored any caves? Yes, when I was young, I went into a cave. I want to explore a lot more. And your next question, would you rather be 4 feet tall or 8 feet tall? 4 feet tall so that I can explore those caves. Stephen Spears says, since the odds are against you when it comes to accidental collision, I believe you should definitely invest in a stainless steel grill guard to protect your vehicle from fender benders. 1, that'll add weight. Probably not a big deal. I've got a ton of weight in there already, right? But 2, it'll take away from the stealth tremendously. 3, I don't really care about the bumper. And there's so many Astros and junkyards. I'm sure I could find a new bumper for that thing, no problem. And last question is from Patrick Funk, and it is, Lowe's Penis wants to know if you pee when you poop. Only in the shower. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week. Drop me a comment, leave me a question, check the description. See you next time. Love yourself.